you don't have it. I better give you a little side thought before we go on. That mountain that you have to climb to find the gold is 1,000 times higher and more rugged than you think it is. See, people in their imagination think that all they have to do is some little thing, read some little book, make some little vow, and they're going to change. I'll tell you, it's long, long, hard work for you to change yourself inwardly, which is the same as climbing the right mountain. But if you climb that, you will find the gold. Let's go back to the original thought. Why not right now, you make a vow as best you can and as simply as you can. Make a vow in which you say, I want to be different. Don't you explain that difference. Don't you detail what the difference is, because if you do, then you're simply going to describe your old nature in a new coat. You say, I want to be different. You have to be so careful of self-deception, of hypocrisy, of self-lying. You have to watch every second as to how you kid yourself, because you don't want to listen and hear. You want to hear what you would prefer to hear instead of what you need to hear. I want to be different. Say that and stop right there. If you add anything, you're going to meet yourself again tomorrow. And that's going to be pretty dreadful, isn't it? You're going to be going up the wrong mountain again and again and again. To want to be different means, and I hinted at this a moment ago, to want to be different means you absolutely understand that you have no power of self-change from yourself, and you don't. Where do you think all the horror of the world comes from? From leaders, from sick people, from egotists who think that they know what to do not only for themselves, but for the rest of the world, which wrecks everything. Now you can be different, and you can start right now. You can understand that you have no power, no authority, no strength, no wisdom, no intelligence for making this change that you want. If you do that, if you say, I want to be different, and stop there, that is the only thing that will prevent the recurrence of egotism, which is false power. The arising, that will prevent the arising of false power inside of you. Prevent it, and you'll understand the mistake, the horrible mistake you've made all your life in thinking that you can change. You don't even remember the hundreds of times you said, I'm going to break that habit, and you failed every time. You've failed up to this day, haven't you? You don't remember all the vows you made. You remember you hurt that person, you hurt that wife or girlfriend, you hurt that husband or boyfriend, you hurt him, hurt her, and you said, I'm never going to hurt that person again. And you hurt him again, didn't you? And the next day and the next day. I want you to know that a feeling, a complete feeling of helplessness and hopelessness is the one chance you have. Where all the conceit, the vanity, the delusions that you have that you can do something, change something, they must go. This is why the defeat of your old nature is necessary if you're ever going to win anything higher. And then you have to stick with it. How about this for a little short guide on the thought of sticking to it all the way? You're out in a boat, pretty stormy, little boat, and you're all alone. This is a one-man boat. Life's a one-man boat, you know. This is why it's good to cut yourself off from all helpers and throw yourself back on yourself till you see you can't do it, and then truth will help you. But here you are, out on this little boat in the stormy ocean. But you have one thing. You can see the harbor ahead of you there. So you say, I'm going to reach the harbor. I'm going to reach the top of the mountain. I'm going to change myself. I'm going to be different. You don't know how to do it yet. The only thing you have, the only thing you need, the only thing you must have is the sight of the harbor there. That's all you must have. Because, look, the harbor is not part of the storm. It's not part of you. You're going to battle those waves. They're pretty high and mountainous, aren't they? They're going to take you over. They're going to put the boat 10 miles off to the west. When you wanted to stay right there, next time it's going to take you 10 miles off to the east. Then put you south and north, every other direction. The waves, the winds are going to take you everywhere on that ocean. You can do one thing. You can keep your eyes on the harbor, on truth, which you can begin to sense. Because you look, do you see, do you understand? Look how interesting, how truly exciting this is. You can just barely see it through the fog and the waves and the rain. You can see the harbor there. And you get knocked about, but you're at the wheel. And every time you get knocked over this way, you bring it back again, right? You can bring the boat back again. You do have that, because it's you. You can bring the boat back from over here. You can back. As long as you keep your eyes on the harbor, you'll arrive there safe. This simply means this. It's not you that's doing it at all. It's just you have your eye there, and you're drawn toward there. Something, a little bit of rightness, a little bit of yearning in you sees the harbor, and you say, that's what I want. I tell you, listen to me. The whole world could be against you. Everything, the world inside of you can be against you. And if you keep your eyes, your spiritual eyes on the aim of changing yourself, of letting yourself be changed, if you do that, it will happen. Just as if you were in that boat, you could sense the harbor was getting closer and closer, and finally you arrive home. This is how to arrive home.